Good afternoon, friends. This is your Vedic Astro Guide once again. I am here today with a very special subject, and it's a very interesting subject. I would like to thank all the listeners who have been listening and who have subscribed my video channel. And I would request to those who view my video channel and have not subscribed so far, please do so. As any new video I will come up with, that will be posted and you will be notified. And I'll appreciate if you can share that with your friends as well. So what is it I am going to be talking about today? I got a couple of questions from many of the listeners that I have been talking about Rashi and how 2021 going to be. But some of the people who have been practicing mantra and who have been chanting and doing using rosary bead and all, most of the people who are actually into yoga and going to temples and chanting mantras using Rudraaksh, they have asked me a question to give a background and history of Rudraaksh. It's a very interesting subject though. So, and why they asked me a question? Because some of the pundits have told some of my clients not to use or not to wear Rudraaksh mala. Well, I would like to first give a background what actually Rudraaksh means, Rudraaksh is considered to be one of the holy beads. The yogic people do it, and probably most of the people you might have seen, all the saints and sadhus and sannyasi, they will wear Rudraaksh mala all around their neck and their arm and all. So what is the history behind it? What does Veda talk about? It has been scripted in the Vedas, especially in Shiva Puran. Rudraaksh is basically, it combines two words, Rudra and Aksh. Rudra means Lord Shiva and Aksh means eyes. Rudraaksh is considered to be the tears of Lord Shiva. So why tears? So actually there is a history behind it. Once Parvati, she was in one of her incarnations, she was called Sati. When she married Lord Shiva, and her father, his name was Daksha, he was organizing a yajna, a fire ritual, and he invited all the god and goddesses, demigod and demigoddesses as well. Since he did not like Lord Shiva, he did not invite Shiva nor Parvati, Sati, when she was known as Sati then. But Sati, she was one of the beloved daughters, and she insisted that she will go for that yajna. Lord Shiva said that since you have not been invited, you should not go there. But she insisted, and actually Shiva knew what's going to happen. Well, she went there, and Daksha was very rude to her and said that, why did you come when I have not invited? Then Parvati's mother interrupted, and she made her stay there. But So, Daksha was a very egoistic person, and he always thought that he is the supreme. And moreover, he didn't like Shiva at all, so that was also one of the reasons he tried to insult Sati / Parvati badly in front of everybody. As long as he was insulting Sati, she tolerated it, but then Daksha became a little more rude and unruly, and he started abusing Lord Shiva. That is when Parvati, means Sati, she became very furious, and she warned him that I would ask you not to really abuse my husband. Now he is my husband. But Daksh continued to do so. This made Sati so furious, she jumped into the Havan Kund. Havan Kund means the place where the fire ritual was taking place. And she burnt herself. Shiva knew this, and Shiva was basically, he knew everything and he knows everything. He could see what is happening. He appeared there and he picked up the burned body of Parvati and was in tears. And he actually roamed in the universe, and that is when his tears dropped, and that is how the origin of Rudraaksh is. So just for the information of the listeners, there is a place, Kauai, and there is a Hindu temple in Kauai. It's close to Hawaii. And that's one of the places where people can go and pick Rudraaksh, because there is a huge Rudraaksh tree over there. A lot of people go there and they pick the real Rudraaksh. I will come back to it, why I am saying real Rudraaksh. So that is the story of Rudraaksh. That's also a slight story attached to it, that when Shiva was roaming in the universe with the dead body or the burnt body of goddess Sati, goddess Parvati, and that is when he also did Tandav. Tandav is one of the dance forms which most of the dancers, the Indian classical dancers do. And second is also described in yoga as well, because there are certain mudras of Tandav which is used for yoga, and most of the yoga people will know about it. And most of the yoga people also know about the Rudraaksh. Well, I personally, in my experience for past 2 decades, a lot of people come and ask me which kind of Rudraaksh I should wear. I suggest them that it is always advisable to consult somebody who is knowledgeable, so that that person can suggest what kind of Rudraaksh one should be wearing. Because there are different kinds of Rudraaksh, that starts from one-mukhi, one-faced Rudraaksh, to 19-mukhi Rudraaksh. But honestly, there are only few Rudraaksh which are easily available, and many things also depend on the destiny or on the luck. Because even people, when they go and pick Rudraaksh from Rudraaksh tree, not everybody can get one-faced Rudraaksh, which is considered to be the most powerful Rudraaksh. But in my experience, every Rudraaksh is as powerful as one-faced or ek-mukhi Rudraaksh. It depends which kind of person, what kind of native, based on their natal chart, Vedic chart, what kind of Rudraaksh is required. Now, coming back, cognizance of Rudraaksh. I mean, how a person would know that Rudraaksh is correct or not. I am actually trying to touch upon this one because there has been a lot of things going on. There is a seed which is known as Rudraaksh. It's a seed of a fruit that looks alike to Rudraaksh. It looks like a Rudraaksh. Which unfortunately many of the merchants who, they are only business people. So what they do, they sell this to simple and common people in the name of Rudraaksh. And I think the botanical name of Rudraaksh is Gardentia or something. I think probably that's the one. But there are so many different rules and simple ways to test how Rudraaksh is, whether the Rudraaksh is genuine or not. So the first one is put it in the water and that Rudraaksh bead that settles down at the bottom of the glass or the vessel when the water. Second is if you put that Rudraaksh in a boiling water for about 1 hour, it doesn't change the color. If the Rudraaksh is genuine, it will not change the color. Rudraaksh will also not turn soft even if it has been left in water for overnight, or you can leave it for a couple of hours. It will not become soft. If Rudraaksh looks deeper into the color when put into the mustard oil, that's also an evidence that Rudraaksh is genuine. What happens many a times, a lot of traders and the business people, they use that Rudraaksh and they have good skilled workers who carve that as 3-faced, 4-faced, 12-faced, which are the rare Rudraaksh, and that is how it is sold. So having said that, I think probably it answers to the questions to some of my friends who had asked this question. And if you have any question, or if you want more clarity on Rudraaksh, feel free and you can email that to me in Vedic Astro Guide 2017 @gmail.com. I will be very happy to answer those, and wish you a very wonderful day, and hopefully I will come back again with some new topic and some new interesting Vedic topics which will help people to understand the Vedic science once again. Before I close my discussion, I would again request to all those friends who are listening that please subscribe and do share as well. And if you want, you can leave your comments as well. I will appreciate that. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.